Please consider subscribing if you enjoy our content and want to see more videos like this.
Tom and Jerry and their creators. Tom and Jerry was made by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera. But did you know that you pretty much owe your childhood to these guys? That's right, they've not only created the infamous animation series, but also formed the studio that gave us Yogi Bear, Top Cat, Scooby-Doo, The Smurfs, The Flintstones and many, many others. The cartoon debuted in the 40s. Tom and Jerry debuted on February 10, 1940. Its first episode was titled, Puss Gets the Boot, and was created by makers William Hanna and Joseph Barbera. Ever since then, there have been a total of 164 shorts. The first episode was the longest. The title Tom and Jerry originated from an 1823 book. The title of the animation series Tom and Jerry originated from an 1823 book titled The Life in London or The Adventures of Jerry Hawthorne and His Elegant Friend, Corinthian Tom. Tom and Jerry aren't their real household names. Before receiving the names of Tom and Jerry, the duo had rather different personas. In their first appearance in 1940, Tom was called Jasper, and while Jerry was nameless in the cartoon itself, he was referred as Jinx by the animators. Tom and Jerry and the naming competition. In order to name the characters, there was a studio-wide competition to come up with permanent names for the cat and mouse. Humble animator John Carr came up with the names of Tom and Jerry, which won him the competition and $50. And Tom and Jerry became friends. Back in 1975, Tom and Jerry actually became friends, proper friends. In a special series, we saw them travel the world competing in sports, solving mysteries and enjoying some good old-fashioned bromance. Luckily, it didn't last. Tom and Jerry and the Spike and Tyke spin-off. Did you know that Tom and Jerry had their own spin-off series? Made in the 1950s, the Spike and Tyke cartoons featured the adventures of the well-known bulldog and his son. However, it ran for only 2 episodes, because the studio closed. Tom and Jerry have a cocktail named after them. Traditional Christmas cocktail in the USA was named a Tom and Jerry. It was made from eggnog and rum. The cocktail was invented by the author of the book Life in London, Pierce Egan. MGM asked the creators to discontinue the cartoon. Among the amazing facts about Tom and Jerry, the cartoon was the first work collaboration between Hanna and Barbera, who worked for MGM. The studio asked them to discontinue, thinking the concept was too common, but when it became a huge success, winning an Oscar nomination in 1941, they allowed the creators to continue. Tom and Jerry in Czechoslovakia. You'd think that Tom and Jerry is as American as a cartoon can get, but for a brief period in the 1960s, the animated series were actually made in Czechoslovakia. The 13 Czech episodes had a very different tone than the original, with harder-edged violence and strange atmosphere. Tom and Jerry never speak except for a few occasions. Although the cat and mouse duo hardly speak, the first time Tom spoke was to sing the song, Is You As or Is You Ain't My Baby. In the 1992 feature film, Tom and Jerry, the duo speaks at length for the first time. They took their own lives in the end. Bit of a sad one, folks. In the final episode of Tom and Jerry, produced by Hanna-Barbera Cartoons, the two come to a very bad end when they both take their own lives on a train track. Tom and Jerry have won 13 Oscar nominations. Among the 13 Oscar nominations for Best Short Subject Cartoon, Tom and Jerry has won 7 of them. The first Oscar was won by the episode titles, Yankee Doodle Mouse in 1943, and the 7th was won by the episode Johann Mouse in 1953. Among the most amazing facts about Tom and Jerry, space agency NASA even went on to name 2 satellites chasing each other as Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry over the years made our childhood a memorable one, and have influenced our life in a way that even today many of us binge watch their old episodes just to recall our golden childhood days. Now go watch some episodes and have fun.
I'm done. I'm done.
Please consider subscribing if you enjoy our content and want to see more videos like this.